Hello, Task designers. As explained in the previous video, you need to be working on Objective C and Objective D at the same time. Now, Objective D is evaluating your work. Okay, so once you are finishing up your design, you need to make a testing plan. How are you going to test it to make sure that you want the outcome that you desire? Are you going to have an animation, have maybe a group of people watch it and give comments? You could even do that at home. Once you make your animation, you can get some groups of people together at your house. You can get some friends together after school, maybe another teacher. Show them and see what the reaction is. Same with the game. Okay? If you have someone play your game and they have a lot of fun, then your game was a success. Okay? So try to find a testing plan that works best for you. Okay? And then document it. If it's not documented on your blog, I can't grade it. You can tell me all that you want about it, but if it's not on your blog, I cannot grade it. So make sure that whatever you're doing, you're documenting on your blog. You can even make your plan for testing the same time that you're making your time plan. So maybe by December 3rd, you're having people play your game or play your animation. You could also have somebody else go through your code and debug it. What debugging means is going through your code and finding things that may be better in a repeat, adding extra stuff to it, making sure that your code logic makes sense. So like they go through your certain scripts, they may add something or take something away or change a variable. That's debugging. If something goes through and it doesn't work, solving that problem, that's debugging. Okay? Then document what that was like. You can even take a screenshot of what it was like before and a screenshot of what the code was like after as you go through your debugging process. Okay? Then you also have to outline the following. Okay? After you go through your testing messages or testing methods, what would you change about your idea? If you had more time, if this was a year-long project, what would you change about your idea? Would you start adding levels to your video game? Would you make your animation interactive? Would you make your own sprites? Would you make a script? Would you add some recordings? Would you make a health bar up top? Would you create a second player role? Okay. Would you be remixing others' codes and going through and doing that? And then what would you do next? If the next unit was improve your design, what would you do next to improve that design? Okay. Now I'm going to go through one very important part of this rubric before I go into what the 7 expectations are. Please look at the top of this rubric. The 1 says you do not make it to the evaluation stage in the given time criteria. So if by the 10th you don't have an evaluation plan done, you get a 1. That's it. There's no retakes. This is when it is due. Okay? Project-based learning and going through different projects, you have a due date for your project. For example, if you had a symposium where you had to show what you did, or if you had a science fair, if you had all these different things, you need to make sure that you have everything that you need by that date, and that's what this is. So if you don't have time to evaluate your work to make it better before that happens, then you get a 1. It's not there yet. So do make sure that by that date, you have a plan in place, you've gone through that plan, you've made a reflection. In order to get a 7, so you outline simple, relevant testing methods to generate data to make sure to measure the success of your game or animation. For this, you have a method of testing. Then you have to generate data. The data would be the human's reactions or the help that has been done through the debugging. This is data. Data is anything that happens from that testing. Okay? Outlines the success of the game or animation against the design specification based on authentic product testing. So, what this means is, what was successful about your game or animation? Did it go with the criteria? Did it go with the plan? Or was it against the original plan? Did you change a lot of things up? Did you start making an animation, you're like, you know what, I can make this into a game? Did you start making a game and say, you know what, I want a storyline to my game. So I want to make animations inside my game, just like those advanced video games do. Talk about that. Document it. Put it in your blog. Okay? Then outlining how the animation could be improved or game. What would you do to improve it? Okay? What would you do for the next steps? And then tell me the impact that your game or animation had on the client or target audience. If you are actually making an animation or you are actually making a game in the future, what you want to do is you want to give it to a group of target people and find out their reaction. If they don't like it, then it wasn't successful. If they're entertained, then it was. And talk about what that was like. And talk about their experiences. You can even have them document stuff in your blog if you want to. Just like we did before in the game one where you actually had people and you went around, you had them document within your paper portfolio. If you have any questions about this, please let me know in class. Or you can ask others if they seem to understand and you may be lost. So best of luck to you TaskTalk designers, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what things you're able to produce using Scratch.